Welcome back. In last session we studied about the how to balance the equation. I took the example of water molecule. I told you that how to write down that water molecule as a balanced equation. Is it clear? Even we discussed about the base 2 and the side by 2, how it is going to be multiplied and how the number of 4 molecules of hydrogens are takes place. Now the 2 molecules of oxygens are takes place. Is it clear? See, there is one thing important we are going to study while writing the equation. How to make the equation more informative. More informative means there are some of the things which can change the equations, like physical states are there, heat is there, and etc. So these things are changing the equation. First we are going to discuss about to indicate the physical states of reactant and products in an equation. मतलब इक्वेशन में जो फिजिकल स्टेट होती है रिएक्टेंट और प्रोडक्ट की वो कैसे चेंज होती है, about that only we are going to discuss. Now see, first of all, when we are writing the equations in the beginning of acid and base chapter only, I told you with the base how to write down solid, as, liquid, aqueous and all. So for the solid we are writing small s, liquid we are writing small l, and aqueous means when it is soluble in water, that solution is called as aqueous. So AQ we are writing in a small letters, gases G, all these we are writing in a small letter itself only. Don't try to write down in a capital letter, though it is too much hurry, but you have to make the practice to write down in a small letter. Then we studied this zinc and sulfuric acid. ये तो इतना याद हो गया है लिटरली, जैसे हम बोलते हैं ना रट्टा लग गया इस इक्वेशन का. This zinc, when it is reacting with sulfuric acid, you know that we use this sulfuric acid in the form dilute form. So dilute form, it means water we added, okay. So in that it becomes aqueous, okay. That in water we added sulfuric, so it becomes aqueous. See, zinc is a element, it is in a solid form. That zinc we took it and reacting with aqueous, and what does we got? Zinc sulfate solution we got it, which is in an aqueous state. And what is liberated? Hydrogen gas. This hydrogen gas is liberated. So see, the symbol is indicating how the physical state of the substance in the reactant as well as in the product it's changed. If we take the example of this calcium hydroxide lime water, okay, so this lime water is in an aqueous state, and when it is reacting with the carbon dioxide, it means carbon dioxide gases passes through this lime water solution. What we are getting? We are getting the white precipitate. This PPT, it means the precipitate. This is the way to write down the PPT while writing the chemical equation, okay. So this PPT we got it in the solid form, understood. Then this solid form, and what we got at the last, water in a liquid form. Is it clear? क्योंकि वो पीपीटी होता है, नीचे बचा हुआ क्या रहेगा, वहाँ पे लिक्विड रहेगा, और वहाँ पे कैल्शियम कार्बोनेट सॉर्ट आउट हो जाएगा इन द फॉर्म ऑफ द कैल्शियम कार्बोनेट. So did you understand that how the physical states are changing in the reactant as well as in the product while writing the equation? So it's very necessary to write down whether the reactant is solid or a liquid, and when the reaction is completed, when it gives you the product, how that physical state of that particular reactant is changes into the other. So that's why it is quite necessary to write down S, aqueous, G, liquid and all. Second thing is that to indicate the heat changes in an equation, how the heat is changes in an equation. See, in yesterday's lecture we studied about exothermic and endothermic reaction. Do you remember that? Exothermic reaction, what does it mean? Exothermic reaction in which the heat is evolved in a large amount, and endothermic means the heat is absorbed, understood. The rising the temperature exothermic, and decreasing the temperature it is endothermic. Now first we will discuss about the exothermic. In the exothermic reaction what is happening? The carbon dioxide we are taking, जैसे सिंपल सी बात है, हम लोग कचरा जलाते हैं, it means that garbage or that waste product is in a solid form. When we are providing the heat, what does it happening? It just start burning, and during that combustion it going to be combined with the oxygen present in air. What does it forming? Carbon dioxide. समझ आया? जैसे हम न्यूज़पेपर या नोटबुक के पेपर्स जलाते हैं, जलाने के बाद क्या होता है, वो तेज़ी से हवा में उड़ते, उन्हें हवा लगती है, क्या होता है, वो कार्बन हमें नीचे गिरता है, दैट कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड इज गिवन आउट. सो हियर कार्बन इज इन अ सॉलिड फॉर्म, oxygen is a gaseous form, this is diatomic, remember it, and carbon dioxide gas is formed, and what is liberated along with it, heat produce होती है. though we are starting that हम जैसे तीली लगाते हैं, उसे माचिस लगाते हैं, आग देते हैं, but large amount of heat is producing during that process. Is it clear? Another one example, methane is a natural gas. Question always be asked that write down the name of the natural gas, that is methane. Methane is carrying the 4 hydrogen atom with 1 carbon. It is in a gaseous form, and when this methane is reacting with the oxygen molecules, so it gives carbon dioxide plus water and plus heat energy. Understood? Then see, remember that whatever the combustion reactions are there, they all are exothermic reaction. All the combustions, जो भी ज्वलनशील चीज़ें होती है उनसे हीट बाहर निकलती है, तो वो सारी रिएक्शंस कंबस्शन वाली क्या होती है, ऑल आर एक्सोथर्मिक. एंड वन मोर थिंग आई फॉरगेट टू टेल यू दैट, सी हियर इज हीट, इट इज रिटन, हीट एनर्जी इट इज रिटन, एनर्जी इट इज रिटन. whatever the large amount of heat are producing or liberating or evolved during these exothermic reactions, heat are always be written in the form of plus heat in the product side, okay, in the left hand side of yours. So in the product form it is written heat, otherwise heat energy, and sometimes it can be written simply in the energy. Understood? Now what we were talking, combustion. So all the combustions are the exothermic reaction. See, in our day to day life, we are, for staying alive, we are taking the food, and that food is digesting. How that food is digesting in our body, for that source also we need the energy, yes or no? So when the we are taking the food and digestion process is started, so the starchy carbohydrates are going to broken into the simpler substances. Understood? And when that starchy carbohydrate are going to divide into the simple substance, it means that glucose is there, and that glucose is need the energy. It needs the energy, and that glucose is going to combine with the oxygen which is present in our cell of our body. ग्लूकोज निकलता है, स्टार्च कार्बोहाइड्रेट डिवाइड हो गया छोटे छोटे पार्ट्स में, सिंपल सब्सटेंस में ग्लूकोज निकलता है. दैट ग्लूकोज इज गोइंग टू कंबाइन विद द ऑक्सीजन. वेयर द ऑक्सीजन इट इज प्रेजेंट इन अवर सेल, इन अवर बॉडी, एंड व्हाट दे आर प्रोड्यूसिंग द एनर्जी फॉर द प्रोसेस ऑफ द रेस्पायरेशन. रेस्पायरेशन की प्रोसेस के लिए हमें उसकी ज़रूरत होती है. इट मीन्स दैट रेस्पायरेशन इफ नीड द एनर्जी, इट मीन्स it is also a exothermic reaction. See here, I wrote the formula of glucose. Glucose is in an aqueous form. This oxygen is in a gaseous form, and when it is going to combine with oxygen, it gives carbon dioxide, then water molecule, and then energy. Along with this, I hope all understand the exothermic reaction, how it is very much important for writing the chemical equation. Is it clear? Now after a little and very short break, I am going to explain you about the endothermic reaction. Is it clear? And how the different changes of the while writing the chemical equations are takes place, is that we are going to discuss in the next session within a short break.